The Vindicator serves South Liberty County, Texas, a community northeast of Houston with a population of about 75,000. It's the kind of small-town paper with its news and classifieds and local look at national issues that anchors the public life of many communities around the United States. In the summer of 2018, its editors had the perfectly civic-minded idea of posting the Declaration of Independence to the newspaper's Facebook page in bite-sized chunks in the 12 days leading up to the 4th of July. All was going well until July 2nd. That day, the 5 paragraphs of the relevant section of the Declaration did not appear. Paragraph 31, the last of those 5 paragraphs, asserts this about the King of England. He has excited domestic insurrections among us, and has endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers the merciless Indian savages, whose known rule of warfare is an undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. The Vindicator's editors received a notice from Facebook indicating that the post violated the company's content rules. Casey Stinnett, the paper's managing editor, was perplexed. Reporting the takedown to his readers on July 2nd, he noted, "While the Vindicator cannot be certain exactly what triggered Facebook's filtering program, the editor suspects it was most likely the phrase Indian savages." And then in a wry follow-on, he noted, "To be honest, there's a good deal in that passage that could be thought hateful." Facebook lucked out to have had as thoughtful a victim of content removal as Casey Stinnett. Stinnett presumed that this was not a politically minded takedown. It was an automated removal, and he imagined that a human reviewer would see the problem and restore the relevant sections of the Declaration. But it wasn't easy. For one thing, he didn't know how to get Facebook's attention, a problem common to users worldwide. But worse, he felt that publishing the remainder of the Declaration, if found to have further problematic language, could lead the Vindicator's Facebook page to be taken down. And that would be a very big problem because the paper, like so many local papers across America, relies on Facebook for its dissemination and sharing of articles. It has become central to its business strategy at a time of declining support for local media. It was a quandary, Stinnett said, even if he could enjoy the very great irony that the words of Thomas Jefferson should now be censored in America. Several outlets picked up the story, including the libertarian website Reason. A public outcry was inevitable, along with serious Facebook embarrassment, but the following evening, Stinnett was happy to announce that Facebook unblocked the offending language and emailed him to admit its mistake. Vindicated, Stinnett said, "We never doubted Facebook would fix it." The problem for Facebook, as it turned out, was not Stinnett or the Vindicator, but the Republican Congress. The Vindicator story made its way to Washington and into a hearing of the House Judiciary Committee. A few weeks after the snafu, Republican Congressman Bob Goodlatte, spelled Latte, an apt name for the chairman of a hearing with companies that offer their employees free artisanal espresso, called to order a meeting to hear what Silicon Valley companies could tell Congress about their content filtering practices. Goodlatte began by telling the story of the Vindicator. "Think about that for a moment," Goodlatte said. "If Thomas Jefferson had written the Declaration of Independence on Facebook, that document would have never seen the light of day. No one would have been able to see his words because an algorithm automatically flagged it, or at least some portion of it, as hate speech. It was only after public outcry that Facebook noticed this issue and unblocked the post." The accusation from Goodlatte and the committee Republicans went something like this: the companies are ready to censor even the foundational documents of the American experiment. Throughout Goodlatte's story time, content policy teams from Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube listened patiently. They awaited their turn to show that Goodlatte was wrong, that they didn't respond merely to public outcry, that they don't target conservatives or liberals or anyone else along the political spectrum, that they have rules, policies, standards, guidelines, technologies and procedures they try to apply neutrally. They were not there to talk about the Declaration of Independence and Thomas Jefferson. They were there to show that they have carefully thought through how to moderate the huge volume of content posted to their platforms worldwide, and that, when they make mistakes, they fix them as soon as they can.